kia koutou, kia rere tahi tua wai ka muki a rātou kua ngaru e. Koutou te huinga wai roa haere, haere, haere atu rā. Koutou ke oku rangatira, mua koutou tēnei rangi whakahirahira tēnā koutou. Koutou te tira tautoko, mō koutou I whakai ke haramai o tamariki mokopuna ki tēnei whare wānanga, tēnā koutou. Tēnei te whare wānanga e mihi nei. Tēnei a te kuninga ki pūrehu roa whakatau nei koutou ki tō tātou hui. Nau mai, rarau mai rā.
Tēnā koutou katoa. He mihi tino mahana kia tātou. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Would you please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata. Please be seated. Tēnā tātou katoa. Ka tangi tonu ki ngā mate e moi koutu. Kia tātou he hui nei he mihi mahana. Ki te mana whenua koutu o rangatani, tēnā koutou. Ki ngā whānau o ngā ākonga, ka mihi tēnā hoki koutu. Nau mai ki Manawatū, ki tēnei whakapoitotanga, hei whakanui I ngā ākonga. Kia koutou ngā ākonga, kua tutuki, kua ia, ka pai. Akati, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. For those of you who are not familiar with Te Reo or couldn't understand my poor pronunciation, sorry. What I just said was greetings to us all. Paid respects to those who have passed recently. We wish them to rest in peace. To all of us gathered here, a warm welcome. To the local people, to you Rangatani, I acknowledge you. To all the families and friends of the students, welcome. I also greet you. Welcome to the Manawatū, to this graduation to celebrate our students. And to you, the students, you have successfully completed the task. Well done. Therefore, greetings to us all. Vice-Chancellor, members of the Massey University Council, the university community, the Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and families. My name is Alistair Davis. I am the Chancellor of Te Kunenga ki Puhiaroa, Massey University. And in this role, I'm responsible for guiding the university's management and strategic vision to ensure we deliver excellence in education. It's also my great privilege to lead this ceremony today. This week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 486 graduands across 4 ceremonies. Today, we're focused on the College of Sciences, where 139 graduates will cross the stage and a further 14 in absentia students or have their qualifications conferred. Being here today reminds me of my own graduation ceremony, well, what little I can remember of it. In fact, I can't remember the Chancellor's address at all. I don't remember who the guest speaker was. I can't even remember walking across the stage to collect my degrees. What stood out for me then and still resonates today were the people. The teachers who inspired me and pushed me to reach my full potential, and the unwavering support of my parents and friends who encouraged me and kept me going through 5 years of hard work. And that's why I'd like to take a moment now to acknowledge 3 important groups we have here today, starting with the people behind me. On the stage are many of the academic staff who have guided you through your study journey, sharing their knowledge, their time and passion to help shape your learning and growth. They have gone above and beyond to ensure your success, which makes today special for them as well. It's a celebration for them seeing you reach this milestone. So to all of you, thank you for what you do, for your dedication for teaching, but also for the vital role that you play in driving progress. You see, universities are catalysts for change. The research that underpins all we do fuels innovation, it challenges ideas, and it fosters the conversations that help to build a better and more informed society. I'd also like to acknowledge the wider team of staff who keep our university running smoothly, from those who welcomed you on your first semester, right through to those who have worked tirelessly to make today's celebration possible. We have more than 2,500 staff dedicated to making Massey a place of excellence and opportunity. And I want to thank you all for the role you play. Next, to the family and friends who have supported our graduates through their academic journey. You have played an essential role. Whether that's been through financial support or practical support or simply offering encouragement and care, your involvement has made a difference. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. The same can be said for earning a university degree. So it's important to remember that today's achievements are a shared success. So whatever part you have played in supporting your loved one reach this moment, we offer our sincere congratulations and our deepest thanks. So when it's their turn to cross the stage and collect their parchment, please don't hold back. Applaud, cheer, whistle, waiata, haka, whatever feels right to you. And the final group I must acknowledge, of course, are our stars of the moment, our graduates. Congratulations, you have done it. Earning a university qualification is no small feat. And so on behalf of Massey University, I commend you for your hard work, your dedication and your perseverance. You have truly earned this success. But remember, a university degree is both an achievement and a privilege. Shortly, our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jan Thomas, will speak to you about the responsibilities that come with being a graduate of Massey University. But for now, take a moment to savour this victory. Reflect on your journey and the people who helped you reach this point. We're proud to welcome you to the ranks of our alumni, now more than 185,000 strong. As you move into the next chapter of your story, know that your Massey education will be a strong foundation for whatever comes next. And as you step forward into the next chapter of your life, take every opportunity to contribute to your communities, use your skills and knowledge to make a difference, and continue striving to leave a positive mark on the world. Remember the values that you've learned here, things like integrity, innovation, a commitment to lifelong learning. Your Massey whānau is proud of you and we can't wait to see what you will accomplish. So, to the university staff, to the friends and whānau, and to our graduates, congratulations on this special day. Celebrate it, enjoy it, cherish the moment. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Alistair Davis, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. And we're going to start off with the PhDs, and so I would like to invite our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jan Thomas, to present the doctoral graduates.
Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications. Candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduates by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Abhilasha. Mrs. Abhilasha investigated structural modification of wheat grains and developed modified resistant starches for application in wheat-based products. Her findings show that intact microstructure, retrogradation and modification of resistant starch slowed starch breakdown and enhanced dough properties. Mrs. Abhilasha's research advanced the understanding of structural and compositional strategies to lower starch digestibility. Chancellor, Dr. Abhilasha. Mansoor Kamish Sena Kamis Altamimi. This research was undertaken to address the challenge of using saline water for agriculture in hyper-arid regions like Abu Dhabi. The study demonstrated the potential for using a salt-tolerant crop, but also found that careful management is needed to prevent groundwater from becoming saltier. Chancellor, Dr. Altamimi. Vinit Kumar Arya. This research developed evidence-based optimised design changes to improve indoor air quality and thermal comfort in New Zealand primary schools. Using parametric modelling and expert validation, the study demonstrated that strategic design modifications reduced thermal discomfort by 3 to 12%, energy loads by 10 to 20%, and carbon dioxide by 20 to 30%. Chancellor, Dr. Arya. Sophie Marina Burling, Doctoral Scholar. This research developed patient-derived multicellular disease models to enhance diagnostics and drug discovery for neuromuscular and neurodegenerative disorders, including motor neuron disease. A biobank of patient stem cells was used to create patient-specific models, and a novel drug for motor neuron disease was tested and showed promise. Chancellor, Dr. Burling. Samuel Andres Campos Saez. Mr. Campos Saez conducted ethnographic research in central Chile to explore how smallholder farmers and agricultural advisors build relationships and learn together. His research highlights the importance of human relationships in agricultural extension, showing that emotional and relational aspects play a critical role in mutual understanding and learning. Chancellor, Dr. Campos Saez. Saili Chok. Controlling persistent pathogens in New Zealand's seafood industry is an ongoing effort. Ms. Chalk examined the effects of cations on Listeria monocytogenes biofilm. The study revealed that divalent cations like magnesium and calcium had a significant effect on gene expression and biofilm structure of the pathogen compared to the monovalent cation sodium. Chancellor, Dr. Chalk. Herath Lisa Marlin de Silva. Ms. de Silva developed and tested a model showing how processor-led initiatives can enhance farmers' capabilities and triple bottom line performance in the Sri Lankan dairy sector. She found current programs had limited impact, with farmers struggling to improve outcomes. She proposed practical changes to strengthen farmer development. Chancellor, Dr. de Silva. Volta dos Anjos Almeida. Mr. Dos Anjos Almeida studied gut bacteria in humans, gorillas and livestock near Uganda's Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. He analysed 553 faecal samples and discovered many previously unknown bacterial species, including a disease-causing Campylobacter in humans. His work improves understanding of gut microbes in rural African populations and supports better disease monitoring strategies. Chancellor, Dr. Dos Anjos Almeida. Ashap Shamek Godwin. Mr. Godwin investigated how climate change and wild carrot presence affects carrot seed production in New Zealand. His findings demonstrated that projected climate change could affect the quantity and quality of seed production, increase wild carrot germination and winter survival, increasing possibilities of hybridisation with cultivated carrots. Chancellor, Dr. Godwin. Saeed Haji Karimian, Doctoral Scholar. Mr. Haji Karimian investigated the main factors limiting productivity in New Zealand's road maintenance and rehabilitation sector. He identified 70 key constraints, grouped into 8 categories, and suggested practical measures to improve efficiency. His findings offer valuable insights for enhancing the performance of the New Zealand roading industry. Chancellor, Dr. Haji Karimian. Alistair Allen Hall. Mr. Hall updated understandings of Kekeno New Zealand fur seal populations in areas of New Zealand and assessed risks posed to the species by human infrastructure and activities. He identified hotspots where Kekeno access a highway, leading to additional barrier installation. He also provided the first nationwide Kekeno population size estimate in over 50 years. Chancellor, Dr. Hall. Yin Juan Hu, Doctoral Scholar. Mr. Hu has developed functional protein aggregates from faba bean protein isolates using thermosonification. His research enhances the use of plant proteins in food applications, contributing to sustainable innovations in emulsions, gels, and plant-based whipped cream. Chancellor, Dr. Hu. Alexander Putra Cannon. Mr. Cannon investigated the brain health benefits of New Zealand kiwi fruit. His research revealed that consuming green kiwi fruit in the evening improved sleep quality and mood the following morning. These effects were linked to changes in brain neurotransmitters, including increased GABA and serotonin metabolites, enhanced antioxidant protection, and alterations in the gut microbiome. Chancellor, Dr. Cannon. Donna Shanika Komahan. Mrs. Komahan laid the groundwork for future hemp breeding in New Zealand by offering insights into genetic diversity, genotypic variation, and the impact of genotype by environmental interactions on key traits, evaluated amongst introduced offshore cultivars. She also estimated quantitative genetic parameters and predicted genetic gain for key traits, adding to the existing knowledge base. Chancellor, Dr. Komahan. Komahan Sivanandra Raja, doctoral scholar. Mr. Sivanandra Raja investigated the potential of plantain forage to reduce emissions of methane and nitrous oxide in pastoral dairy systems. He found incorporating around 40% plantain into conventional ryegrass white clover pasture can significantly reduce emissions. He also identified the role of plant secondary compounds in plantain, aceticide and acubin, in reducing methane. Chancellor, Dr. Sivanandra Raja. Taufik Mashoot. This pioneering research establishes the centrality of information quality in improving strategic decision-making and the performance of construction businesses in New Zealand. Through innovative mixed methods analysis and industry expert validation, the study transforms theoretical knowledge into practical solutions, providing construction businesses with a framework for their strategic decision-making. Chancellor, Dr. Mashoot. Usama Mukhtar. Mr. Mukhtar investigated differences between reciprocally formed allopolypoids, Tragopogon macellus, and their diploid parents, T. dubius and T. pratensis, in the genus Tragopogon. The experimental results shed light on key evolutionary mechanisms at play during early stage of plant evolution through polyploidy. Chancellor, Dr. Mukhtar. Cheng Pan, doctoral scholar. Mr. Pan explored the effects of heat treatment and homogenisation on protein interactions and in vitro digestion of sheep milk. The findings revealed distinct protein interactions and digestion behaviours in sheep milk compared to cow milk. Chancellor, Dr. Pan. Keely Ann Patterson. Cats and dogs are living longer, but the research on how ageing affects gut health is incomplete. A novel method showed increased intestinal permeability in senior cats, while absorptive capacity remained unchanged. Increased intestinal permeability, metabolome concentrate shifts, and reduced fat digestibility were discovered in the senior cats. Chancellor, Dr. Patterson. Nur Sazwana Sharim, Nur Shawana Sharim. Mrs. Sharim's research explored fish sauce fermentation in New Zealand using local fish, mussels, and solar salts. She found salt type influences acid production, while seafood type shapes bacterial communities. The work offers a foundation for sustainable fish sauce production in New Zealand conditions. Chancellor, Dr. Sharim. Anita Jane Shea. Ms. Shea explored veterinarians and veterinary students' perspectives of neurology. Her findings revealed that attitudes towards neurology were determined by how an individual reacted to intellectual difficulty learning and applying neurology. Attitudes were influenced by personality traits, values, professional identity, and the ability to resolve internal conflict. Chancellor, Dr. Shea. Helen Lindsay Smith. Ms. Smith developed 3 methods for transforming categorical variables into quantitative variables. These methods focused on the issues of new level of tree-based predictive modelling. The method of encoding was applied to the source attribution of Campylobacter in New Zealand using whole genome sequencing data. Chancellor, Dr. Smith. Sanchai Tongsuksai, Doctoral Scholar. Mr. Tongsuksai developed a conceptual model to examine the technological, organisational, environmental and individual characteristics that influence adoption decisions, as well as the associated benefits, critical success factors and challenges. The findings highlight key characteristics and novel factors that affect adoption in New Zealand's SMEs. Chancellor, Dr. Tongsuksai. Wen Long Wong. Mr. Wong introduced a user-friendly, security-based decision market framework resembling stock trading. His work explored decision markets in multi-agent learning, achieving centralised level performance without accessing agents' data. Mr. Wong's mechanism bypassed stochastic rules, improving collective decision-making in distributed environments, uniting economic mechanisms with AI. Chancellor, Dr. Wong. Thank you, Chancellor.
Professor Mark Waterland, the Professor for the School of Food Technology and Natural Sciences, and Dr. Sarah Payne, the Senior Lecturer for the School of Agriculture and Environment, will now be calling the names of graduates and the recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Sciences. Professor Ray Gore, the Pro-Vice Chancellor in the College of Sciences, will be handing out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Construction the graduands I'm about to name. Bi Shan Chia. Ying Dong, with distinction. Hewe Fonsakagi Kavisha Gayatri Fonseca, with distinction. Tharundu Namal Gunithalika. Chaumika Hansani Marushani Hita Arashiga Don, with distinction. Anusha Shamali Hemachandra Heba Raga Munige, with distinction. Mary Evangeline Kisia Joseph, with distinction. Hewa Dewage Denusha Priyangika Koduwithuku, with distinction. Irene Carol Crane Latina. Yu Chi Liu. Krishantha Nalin Abarathne Liana Ralage, with distinction. Banaka Malin Alwis Loduwadoge, with distinction. Kasun Githanga Chandrasiri Maduma Acharige, with distinction. Jomen Plapuza Jos. Delitha Manjula Tesira Ponsuge. Halwin Rafi, with distinction. Dasili Lianage Sandun Sankaja Sinanayake. And Chaya Raj Shrikala, with distinction. Devinda Chandana Surendra Akarije, with distinction. Chia Zhong Zhan. Jingwei Zhong. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Engineering the graduand I'm about to name. Martin Christopher Allen, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Environmental Management the graduands I'm about to name. Sona Alias. Alexandra Catherine Dixon, Master's Research Scholar. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Food Safety and Quality the graduands I'm about to name. Mihak Owl. Katik Lakra. Chanel Bavimbai Patel. Vandana Subramanian. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Food Technology the graduands I'm about to name. Teresa Anthony, with distinction. Jerome Chua, with distinction. Vishaldeep Kaur, with distinction. Navneet. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Science the graduands I'm about to name. Ankurpreet Singh. Kuda Pedaruchage Nipuni Kaushali Chandrasiddhi. Dabria Donna Cox. Sam Terry Den Hartog, with distinction, Massey's Research Scholar. Dana Vicky Gibbs. Millicent Francis Henry, with distinction. Hayden Reese Jones, with distinction. Kavita Kashyap. Athul Mohan, with distinction. Rebecca Louise Owen, with distinction. Alexandra Quirk, First Class Honours, Masters Research Scholar. Hannah Elizabeth Shale, with distinction. Laura Kathleen Simpson. Bailey Alexandra Sinclair. Florence Emily Rose Smith, with distinction, Masters Research Scholar. Run Kai Wang. Julie Claire Warren, with distinction. Bradley Jason White, with distinction. Udara Delhane Witahashe, with distinction. Juet Yin Yap. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in construction the graduates I'm about to name.
Aaron Thomas. Yep, there's one.
Okay. Aaron Thomas, with distinction.
And then Hannah.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in science and technology the candidate I'm about to name. Hannah Kate Sadler. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in supply chain management the candidate I'm about to name. Shirley Taerea Pickering Barakuta. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in Science and Technology the candidate I'm about to name, Nicole Sheree Reid. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Logistics and Supply Chain Management the candidate I'm about to name, Taylor Rose Paulin Smith with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Science and Technology the candidate I'm about to name, Sandra Allison Barnes. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours the graduands I'm about to name, Hayden Andreas Schmidt. Grace Elizabeth Van Singel. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Food Technology with Honours the graduand I'm about to name, Asta Alex Peter. Thank you, Chancellor.
It's now my pleasure to invite Andrew Johnston to address the graduates. Andy is a science communicator and an advocate for wildlife. Graduating with a Master of Wildlife Management with distinction from the University of Otago, he now works as a visitor engagement ranger at Wellington Zoo, where he connects people with animals and conservation stories. Additionally, he goes by the Creative Teacher online, educating viewers about our unique and special taonga species, doing this work alongside organisations such as WWF New Zealand, Predator Free New Zealand and Zealandia. Please join me in welcoming Andy.
Right. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Professor Jan Thomas, Acting Provost, University Council members, and senior leadership team. Tēnā koutou, he mihi tuatahi ki te mana whenua o te rohine. Ko monga kiki, te monga e rune taku nako, ko mata o te awa e mahia nei aku mā harahara. No anga ingarangi o ku tupana, e tipu ake au ke te tamaki makoto, ko Ngāti Pakiha te iwi. E noho ana au ki te whanganui atara, ki raro i te korowai o Rumutaka, ko koirangi te awa, ko taranaki whānau, ko Ngāti toa rangatira te iwi ki toku takoa. Ko Andy Johnston, toku ingoa, tēnei koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Thank you, Chancellor, for your welcome. My name is Andy, and I'm so excited to be here today. To those who are graduating, thank you for the honour of letting me speak on your incredibly special day. This is your day, your moment, so please make some noise and another round of applause for yourselves. As mentioned, I work at Nuku Wellington Zoo as a ranger and educator. This means I have the incredibly difficult job of spending my days hanging out with meerkats and red pandas. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. I help with all things visitor engagement, such as talks, encounters, tours, anytime when I can help make a connection between people and animals. In my spare time, I run a wildlife education page on Instagram and TikTok under the name Creature Teacher, where I teach about and show my love for the amazing taonga species that call Aotearoa New Zealand home. And as a 20-something male, I'm sure a podcast isn't too far off. When I was asked if I could speak at your ceremony, I was so excited, but very nervous. Not sure I had the life experience or any cool stories about climbing Mount Everest or braving the Amazon. I was doubly nervous when I saw last year one of the guest speakers was the Chief of the Air Force. But I realized what unique perspective I can give is someone who has recently graduated and is now in the workforce doing a job I've always dreamed of in my educated field. Hopefully, the next step for all of you. So to share those perspectives, I'm going to do what I do best at the zoo and give a bit of an animal talk. So we're going to learn from 3 birds. And although I'm sure the tui would share with you its infinite wisdom and the piwaka waka would have spoken to every tramper in the country, we're going to start with one of my all-time favorite birds, Robin Williams. But we'll get to him soon. Growing up Kiwi, it's impossible not to fall in love with wildlife, especially with a bird-loving mum, a tree-obsessed dad, and 4 older sisters. But it wasn't until I went to university in Otago, when I switched my psychology degree to a zoology one, that I made animals my entire personality. I continued my study and completed a Master's of Wildlife Management with my thesis on the incredible Mahunui giant weta, a species that has survived by living in prickly gorse bushes. This plant, although invasive, has created a living refuge for these species. Maybe I can relate by growing up in prickly Auckland and coming out somewhat normal. But throughout discovering my love for wildlife, I also fell in love with my partner, Clara. We were doing long distance, and eventually it came time to leave Dunedin and move up to Wellington to be with her. It was a no-brainer, made easy by the quote from the late, great Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting, "I gotta go see about a girl." I bring it up because whether you stay or leave the great Manawatū, follow your heart and dreams and passions, and you cannot go wrong. Whatever that girl is to you, a person, a job, an opportunity, a city you've always wanted to be in, it's important you go see about it. Leaving to Wellington was not only a great decision for my relationship, but led me to the only zoo in the country that has a dedicated visitor experience team where I could practice my science communication, giving me the confidence to continue in my dream of creating accessible educational content. And that then led me to work with fantastic organisations like WWF New Zealand, Zealandia, Predator Free Wellington, and Predator Free New Zealand. Which leads me to one of my favourite quotes from a brilliant bird, Ethan Hawke, who said, "There is no path until you walk it." You're about to head out and start or find new jobs and new chapters in your life, something that was quite scary but very exciting for me. And maybe for the first time, there is no set path. No 8 a.m. lectures you need to be up for, no late night assignments you need to get in, no pints you need to down at the speedway, and then all of that can be quite scary. But I'm sure your time here at Massey will guide you well. And then when you look back, you'll see that obvious path. And I hope that path will take you to the niche that you love the most. I finished a master's, but really I'm a recovering theatre kid. So I desperately wanted to branch into science communication and education. And now, after doing countless meerkat and red panda encounters, I've just this week been offered a new role as the social media and communication advisor at WWF New Zealand. This is a dream job and not something I could have seen coming leaving uni, but looking back, that path I walked led me right here. And I know that whatever paths you will take will lead you to what you love. And for the final bird, it's none other than Captain Jack Sparrow, who rightly said, "Not all treasure is silver and gold, mate." Your time here and what you've learnt is a treasure. The knowledge and skills, obviously, but also the relationships you've built and the memories you've made. And with many of you studying environmental and animal sciences, you're now tasked with protecting and caring for the most important treasures, our planet, animals, and wildlife. You are the kaitiaki for our taonga. You also might be entering the conservation sector, so you definitely didn't do it for the silver and gold. So to wrap up, go and see about that girl. There is no path until you walk it, and not all treasure is silver and gold. Those 3 little birds have some good wisdom. We're all so incredibly proud of you. Go well. Nā manakitanga, nā mihi nui.
Thank you, Andy, for your address. I'm not so sure about the advice on leaving Manawatū, but I do agree with the advice on following your passion and love. That's great. We'll now continue with the presentation of degrees and university diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Agribusiness the graduand I am about to name. Cameron Michael Hopkins. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Agricultural Science the graduands I am about to name. Catherine Josephine Margaret Coogan. Rick John Dickshorn. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Animal Science the graduands I am about to name. Georgina Elizabeth Homer. Samantha Jean King. Elvira Beth Murison. Hari Murali Nair. Nicola Walsh, Massey Scholar. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Science the graduand I am about to name. Paige Madeline de Seymour. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Construction the graduands I am about to name. Lachlan Wing Hill. Sifan Liang. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Horticultural Science the graduands I am about to name. Laura Annie Barnes. Emma Jane Britton. Moon Fei Chan. Brooke Leilani Osborne. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Information Sciences the graduands I am about to name. Blake Justin Graham Collins. Shushanta Gimaray. Zerui Kong. Lei Liu, Massey Scholar. Long Shi. Kem Raj Subedi. Brendan Theron. Rebecca Jean Trotman. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Science the graduands I am about to name. Leon Pratama Cocker. Larissa Ruth Dunlop. Jeremy John Gray. Amy Elizabeth Hamlin. Jacob Lawrence Hansen. Matthew James Harp. Annalise May Harvey. Hugo David Tamati Hoffman. Jenna Ruth Jones. Hannah Rose Loudon. Emma Jane McAuliffe. Alia Danica Miller. Fatima Samha Mohammed Naski. Rebecca Jane Nyberg. Caitlin May O'Donoghue. Natalie Sarah Ridgway. Nat Nietzsche, Song Preacher. Gemma Louise Steele. Holly Ocean Serenity Stewart, Massey Scholar. Merla Joanna Tandler. Shaquille Danita Temate Oho Rere Tuli Nepia. Solana Vaughan. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Science and Technology the candidates I am about to name. Sophia Renee Alexander. Thea Nai Maliata Rosanna Maria Faraimo. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Sophie Burling to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Sophie's recently completed her PhD in biochemistry under the supervision of Catherine Stoll, where she developed cell-based diagnostic and disease modelling tools for neuromuscular and neurodegenerative diseases. During her doctorate, she led Project Gemini, creating patient-specific stem cell-derived multicellular models for drug discovery in motor neurone disease. As a Fulbright scholar, she spent 6 months at MIT in Boston, contributing to a team developing multicellular mini-brain and gut-brain axis models for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's research. Sophie is also actively involved in New Zealand's science, commercialisation and innovation sector. She's been named a KiwiNet Emerging Innovator, serves as chair of the student-led Manawatū Momentum Investment Committee, and is a member of the Return on Science MedTech and Surgery Investment Committee. Outside academia, I don't know how she has the time, Sophie runs a business breeding sport horses and providing reproductive equine services, and is an avid pilot, boater and hiker. Welcome, Sophie.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, staff, family, friends, and fellow graduates, good afternoon. Standing here today feels a little surreal. When I first stepped onto campus back in 2011, I think the internet still made dial-up noises, and I believed the PhD in my future would take 3 years to complete. How adorable. 14 years, way too many all-nighters, a bachelor's degree, an honours degree, a hard-earned PhD, and now 3 graduation ceremonies later, I've officially become part of the furniture. And not even the new kind, more like the battle-scarred undergraduate lab bench that's seen things. Many of us in this room have navigated university through what's probably been the toughest decade of our generation. A time when the world and universities themselves have changed faster than any of us expected. Between funding cuts, lockdowns, economic uncertainty, and a global experiment in remote everything, we learned to adapt in real time. And yet, we did it. Science trains us to be skeptical, but it also trains us to persevere. We learned to keep running the experiment, even when the path forward wasn't so clear. For me, my studies opened doors I could have never have imagined, including the chance to travel to America twice. Once as a Fulbright scholar, where I spent several months at MIT, surrounded by some of the world's brightest minds at the centre of Technology Square. And here in New Zealand, I was given the opportunity and academic freedom to conceive, fund, and run the ambitious project of my dreams, one that I could see shaping an entire career. Among the highs and lows, the great successes and the dismal failures, some of my fondest memories come from our tight-knit group of postgrads, working side by side in our so-called office, otherwise known as the fire exit corridor. Am I allowed to say that here? Although anyone who knows me will confirm I am no socialite, that corridor taught me more about collaboration, resilience, and collegial friendship than any syllabus ever could. It's where we celebrated experimental breakthroughs, mourned drafts assassinated by ferociously wielded red pens, shared far too much gossip, solved the existential problems of the world, and kept each other going when the data didn't. I was also privy to far too many tales of romantic woes, but we won't go there. Before we head into the next chapter, I want to take a moment to say a heartfelt thank you to the supervisors and the mentors who believed in us when we fell apart and nothing seemed to work, To the technicians, administrators, and staff who quietly kept everything running. To our families, friends, and partners who reminded us there was life beyond the lab and study, but supported us through our time inside it. And to our fellow students who could turn stress into laughter and competition into camaraderie. None of us made it here alone. Today, we graduate as scientists, agriculturalists, horticulturalists, food technologists, planners, engineers, and mathematicians. But more than that, as people who have learned to think clearly in chaos, to create when resources are scarce, and how to keep curiosity alive when the world feels uncertain. If finishing a PhD teaches us anything, it's that knowledge doesn't end in answers. It begins in curiosity. The universe doesn't hand out certainties. It rewards those willing to stay curious. So as we close one chapter and open the next, let's remember the best discoveries don't come from knowing everything. They come from daring to ask beautiful questions again and again. Let's use that curiosity to explore relentlessly, to innovate boldly, and to make a difference in the world around us. May we keep asking those questions, and may our wonder never be peer-reviewed out of us. Congratulations, everyone. We made it.
Thank you, Sophie, for your valedictory address. I loved your advice on curiosity, asking beautiful questions again and again. I'd now like to invite Vice-Chancellor Professor Jan Thomas to address the graduands.
Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure hurua. He mana nui tō tētahi tohu whariwānanga, engari, pērā I ngā honori katoa, he haipapa hoki ōna hei kāwenga mā koutou. Ko tāku kupu kia koutou, hei raukura nō te kuninga ki pure hurua, kia mētia tērā I ākona e koutou hei oranga mōtou, hei oranga hoki mō te iwi. Ko tāku kupu anō, kia mētia e koutou ngā pūkenga me te mātauranga I whiwhi ai koutou I runga I te pākaha me te pono kia u tonu, ki te ako me te rāpū mātauranga mō ake tonu atu. Ko tāku kupu anō kia maumahara koutou ki ngā ākoranga o te kuninga ki pure hurua mō te whaiaroha o tētahi ki tētahi atu, te mea ai hoki. Ke ēra tangata kaore e whaiora ana pērā ia koutou. Ko tāku kupu anō kia āta whakaro, koutou ki o koutou wawata me te kaha mahi tonu pērā I ngā tau tāte nei. Ki roto kia koutou mahi katoa, ko tāku kupu kia koutou, me tū rangatira koutou hei kanohi mō te kuninga ki pure hurua. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your community. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Everyone, please join me in a worthy round of applause. Congratulations.
I can feel it, I can feel it too. I can feel it all. I can feel it all. You know I said too. I can feel it all.
You may now be seated. E noho.
One of the ladies in the front row looked like she was going to faint when those things went off. We're just about at the end. At the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are requested to remain in your seats until the processions have gone out of the theatre and assembled in Broadway Avenue. Then please join our celebratory procession to the square, where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends, who have all been part of your graduates' successful journey. But before we officially close this ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge someone who has been integral not only to our graduation ceremonies, but to the very fabric of Massey University for the past 9 years. Vice-Chancellor Professor Jan Thomas has led the university across a period of unprecedented challenges. Yet, under her leadership, more than 59,000 students have graduated and had their lives changed forever by the opportunities Massey has provided with Jan at the helm. While graduation is a milestone for each individual, it's also a special moment for the university and its leader. Making a difference in people's lives is at the heart of what we do. And Jan has been deeply passionate about seeing our ākonga succeed, both at Tikuninga ki Puhiheroa, the university, and in life beyond the university. Jan has been inspired by every corner of Massey, and of course she's been especially enthusiastic about the cutting-edge research and practical expertise our science graduates bring to solving real-world challenges. And of course, as a vet herself, she's been passionate about raising the performance of our vet school to rank among the world's best. So, thank you, Jan, for your extraordinary service to this university. I know you will miss these joyful and inspiring ceremonies, as we will miss your presence at them. Would you please be upstanding and join with me in thanking Professor Thomas, and then we will conclude with the national anthem. Please stand.